Hey YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your girl Ashley, and you are watching Grown Folk. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you want to know when I post videos, hit the notification bell. If you're enjoying this video, give me that thumbs up, and definitely get down in the comment section and tell me what you think about what we are about to discuss. And remember, it never ever hurts to share. So if you feel like doing so, I would appreciate it. Now, this isn't going to be a very long video because I just wanted to bring some things to your attention about this Amber Guyger trial. Now, you guys know I make my videos when I find something is odd with a situation. And there was a few things I found odd with this trial, mostly being the sentencing part and the comments the family had to say. Most concerning me, the brother, as well as his actions were very odd. But let me start with his comments. Let's take a look at what he said.
I personally want the best for you. And I wasn't gonna ever say this in front of my family or anyone, but I don't even want you to go to jail. I want the best for you. Because I know that's exactly what Botham would want you to do. And the best would be give your life to Christ. I'm not going to say anything else. I think giving your life to Christ would be the best thing that Botham would want you to do. Again, I love you as a person. And I don't wish anything bad on you.
Now, the majority of people can chalk this up to he was nervous, and I'm sure he was. But there was some things that was just concerning with this whole statement. Of course, this is just a portion, but it's what happens during this portion that's concerning. Now, y'all should know at this point, I'm considered what people call a conspiracy theorist. I don't consider myself one because the conspiracies I consider damn sure have more than a theory. They have proof. But the point is, when you study conspiracy theories, you learn a lot about different traits and characteristics. And when you study these things, they stick with you, causing you to insert them in just about everything you do. And one thing I definitely know a lot about is body language, because I like to study it when I study different conspiracy theories, because it helps to tell you if a person is being truthful or not when they talk about a subject that you have great interest in. And when learning about the body, it's basically set up like everything else is in this world, which is opposite of each other, yin and yang, greater than, less than, up and down, big and small. It's basically the theory of everything in life has two sides to it. The majority of people know that professionals use certain traits in order to tell when you're lying, and some of these traits are dry mouth, nervous banter, excessively saying and stuttering. But sometimes what everyday people versus professionals don't take in consideration is different types of lying. And the traits I named earlier, like dry mouth or stuttering, is what's known as a faultive lie. And that's just basically when you are lying about something that is of your fault. We all done it. But faultive is definitely not the trait I picked up in the brother. The trait that I thought that was very present was secondary, which is basically when a person is given information to give as a lie versus them making up a lie themselves. Now, with secondary, the primary traits are pausing with a lot of eye movement and looking at one direction, in which he all did, but it's one major trait professionals use to provide the difference between the two types of lies. Because the two traits are very similar, this one factor holds a lot of weight, and that is the watering of the mouth. This is a trait that's not usually seen when you are making up a lie yourself, but when you are told a lie, professionals say that your body instinctively tells the mouth to water. Yet this does not occur when you yourself are making up a lie, and it definitely does not occur when you speaking of your own thoughts. And because that courtroom had them good microphones, we was basically inside his mouth, and because his mouth was watering so much, I personally felt like he was not saying words of his own. To me, he had so many traits to fit secondary. It was more like he was trying to remember what to say versus speaking from his heart, because he had damn near all the traits. He was breathing heavy through the whole statement, continuously mildly rocking himself or jerking.
Again, I love you.
Kept nervously looking in one direction.
And I don't wish anything bad on you. And I don't wish anything bad on you.
And most of all, making all that spit, allowing the microphone to pick it up perfectly.
You.
Now, of course, all of that was just small pieces of an example that I'm giving you guys. You would have to watch the whole thing in order to get the whole drift of it. And I'm not putting any faults on the brother because this was a high-profile case that got millions of people's attention, brought not just her, but all cops into question, a racial issue, and career makers and breakers. So this was a very big case. And you best believe there were strings being pulled on the back end, attempting to make situations look less hectic than they actually were. These things are done often in big cases like this, like the Kanika Jenkins case, Fayetteville, and Trayvon Martin. And it's done whether we see it or catch it or not. But the major thing that threw me and a couple 100,000 others off had to be the strangest hug seen around the world. That hug looked more forced than trying to squeeze a Starburst into a Skittle. I just seriously believe somebody asked him to say half of what he said and requested or suggested that he ask the judge to give her a hug. It just looks as if it was forced and fake. From that generic Saved by the Bell run she attempted to do, to gripping him like that's the last hug she ever gonna give. He just did not look invested. He did not look like it was something that he himself thought of. He did not have not one tear falling. Whatever she was whispering in his ear did not seem to put no emotional effect on him. And he attempted to pull from that hug at least on 2 different occasions, but he was the one that suggested it. If he needed to hug her that bad, wouldn't we have saw more emotion in him? Wouldn't he also have broken down or at least gave us a sniffle? You cannot tell me that that hug does not look like when you have to hug that questionable family member that doesn't know what personal space means. I'm just not buying into it. It did not seem authentic. It did not play out like he was just like, you know what, matter of fact, Judge, I wanna hug her. It was just like, okay, this is the part where I'm supposed to ask, can I hug her? Please? Like, it was awkward as hell. It's really not as far-fetched as somebody could have asked them, questioned them, or paid them to say something different than what they were feeling. Just because we are grieving and feeling sorry for these people don't necessarily mean we know them. When people are grieving and mourning a situation, they will do all types of things that's out of their normal character. And I can see the family, the police department, hell, even the government wanting this situation to go away and come out with the best outcome. And what's better than having his family say, I don't want her going to jail. This is a grave injustice. We forgive her. Let this go. Than his own family. After a guilty verdict, you can't get no better than that. We know our politicians and our government entirely too well to think this is impossible. All I'm suggesting to y'all is let it marinate on your mind. Never let your guard down. Don't trust nothing you can't see and half of what you heard. Believe the impossible and always be aware of your opponent. Because the minute you let your guard down is when wool will be pulled over your eyes. With that being said, I know we all were invested in this situation and our prayers are with his family. At this point in time, she was given 10 years. And although I don't think that was long enough, absolutely nothing is going to change that. The police are always going to protect each other, whether they were in the wrong or not. I mean, let's face it, she wasn't arrested at least, until 4 days after she actually murdered him? After there was an uproar and a cry for how in the hell did she walk into the wrong apartment and shoot a whole damn person? That in itself is questionable. This fake ass performance is questionable.
When you pulled your weapon at night, and you fired? Why did you fire?
So I was scared.
But wait, because I want you to think what you really, really saw. They didn't have this man pictures up there, all types of emotional testimony said about him from other people. She didn't cry during their stories or when they started to cry. She didn't cry during the 911 tape, which is actually when you would be reliving what you went through. And she only cried when the prosecutor would be wailing on her ass, tripping her up. And she damn sure didn't let a tear fall out when they had pictures of the scene up there. But you get all choked up when they pull your damn gun out. If you don't set your patty cake face ass down with that tomfoolery, we will have to arrange somebody to set you down in jail. Popped up with that ugly cry face like this was an emotional moment, but 2 days after you didn't murder somebody, you texting trying to get some dick from your married lover because you were comfortable and you did not think the police was coming back for that phone. Couldn't explain how Bullet mysteriously got in the wall and tried to say he was never sitting on the couch. Got caught in both them lies. Said you gave him CPR but wasn't a drop of blood on your damn uniform. Was texting on your phone during the time you were talking to 911 and conveniently can't remember how the lights got on in the damn apartment. But we're supposed to feel sorry for you and believe you're the victim. Yeah, right. I think she should have got way more than 10 years. I think it's a ton of things she lied about. And I'm talking about things they didn't even address because she got caught in a ton of lies already. I believe the police wouldn't have charged her with anything had there not been an outrage on his behalf. And I definitely believe she had help in higher places that got her a 10-year sentence. None of us, the great citizens of these United States, would be able to walk into somebody's apartment and say we accidentally shot them and then only be sentenced 10 years. But what's done is done, and I guess we're here to talk about it. What do you think? Do you think the hug was weird? Are you satisfied with her 10-year sentence? Do you even think it was an accident? Did you believe them crocodile tears? What did you think of the brother's statement? Do you think she was used as an example so next time somebody gets shot by the police, they can tell us to shut the hell up because we already put a cop in jail? Do you think this is gonna slow cops down from shooting us? Just what exactly is going on in your thoughts right now? Get down below and let me know because I really want to know. I really want us to talk about it and dissect it to see what we are all feeling. Because everybody I know personally ain't feeling this 10-year sentence. Everybody I know ain't buying this "it was an accident" type of story she throwing. Hell, everybody I know don't even believe we heard the whole damn story. So I really want to know y'all thoughts on everything that I presented to y'all and shit I ain't even bring up. Please get down below and let's start the conversation because I needs to know. But first, let me thank y'all for y'all time and spending these little 13.5 minutes with me. If y'all can remember to hit that like button right about now, that'll be great. Stay and check out some of my other videos and subscribe to my channel. Come and get to know your girl. And definitely get down below and tell me what you think. I enjoyed you guys like always, and I'll see you next time. Bye.